Assalamu alaikum. Now we move to another topic. So the topic is scope and dot. Okay. So first of all, I just want to talk about the scope. So the scope is that how we access a variable. Okay. The scope means that how we access a variable. So scope and dot, the dot provides a curly braces to define a scope. Okay, so this curly braces is used for scope. Okay, I'm going to show you that how scope dot provide scope. Okay, so here you can see I write these curly braces so that this is a scope, and when I declare here a variable, I can access outside from this curly braces that is called scope. Okay, here you can see if I write string name equal to Khan. Okay, so here you can see I declare this variable. Okay, so the scope mean how exist this variable. Okay, so here this I define this variable and this curly braces, so now I can access here this variable. Okay, so because this is a not a scope. Okay, so it is a it is will be uh, this this variable will be exist inside this curly braces. Okay, so we have a local and global scope here. Okay, so if I want to uh, create a new file dot dot. Okay, so now I want to show you a global scope. So a global scope, a variable declared outside all function uh, in our global scope. Okay, it can be exist from anywhere in the file. Okay, so if I write here a list. Okay, list of string here. Okay, names. Okay, and I store just two names. Okay, here I create this list outside of a main. Okay, outside of all methods. Okay, so I access this variable anywhere. Okay, anywhere I can access this. So this is a global. Okay, so this is a global scope. Okay, if I write here I need to import. Okay, import. So here new file dot dot. Okay, so now I just write here names. Okay, here you can see names. Okay, I just want to show you front names. Okay, so I remove this one. Okay, so this name is these names that initialized here is. Okay, so if you I want to show you now here. So here I just run this, and here you can see Mars and Fires is fronted. Okay, so this is called a global scope. When we uh, create or initialize variable in global scope, we can access this anywhere. Okay, so now here you can see I can access this one. Okay, so this is a global scope, and also we have a local scope. So a local scope, if a provider if a sorry provider not provider if a variable is created inside a function or method, it only exists in the inside that method. Okay, if I write here if condition. Okay, true. Okay, now if I uh, write here um, string name equal to mass. Okay, you can see I initialize inside these braces. Okay, curly braces. If I want to access this variable, so I can't access outside of this. Okay, I want to remove this one. Okay, and here you can see I cannot access this variable because we just initialize this inside these braces. Okay, so this is a scope for this variable. Okay, if you can only access this variable inside these braces, so this is called a local scope, also called method or local scope. Okay, so it is also very useful things that you know about the scopes. Okay, in Dart. So to be honestly, i just uh, I just want to advise you, use, okay, define a variable as close as possible to where they are used. Okay, if you want to use variables, okay, you can declare or initialize where you can use it. Okay, so this is a best practice. Okay, so this is and also there, here you can see these braces. Okay, curly braces. This is a define a scope of every method, every function. Okay, so this is a also called lexical scope. So dot is a lexically scoped because you can tell where a variable works just by looking these braces. Okay, so I hope you will be understand this scope concept. For now it's enough, and keep practicing, and see you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.